Hi guys, welcome back to another podcast. We're back again with another interesting topic. Today, we'll be discussing navigating breakups and consent. What are the do's and the don'ts?
Hi guys, my name is Adewumi Oluwatoyin. As you already know, I'm a content manager and strategist at Adaptonia.
Hi guys, my name is Blessed Abamba. I'm a data analyst at Adaptonia. Thank you for having me, guys.
Thank you.
Alright, so now my first question is going to go to Miss Toyin. And my first question is, why is self-awareness crucial for both men and women in maintaining respectful and healthy relationships?
Well, let's start with defining self-awareness. What is self-awareness? Self-awareness has to do with, I'm going to paraphrase in my own words. It has to do with you being conscious of yourself, conscious about your emotions, your feelings, everything about you, your weaknesses, your strengths, what defines you as a person. So when you say how does self-awareness affect our relationship with other people, it means that we just have to be true to ourselves. We have to be honest with ourselves. So we have to know that, okay, if I'm this kind of person, I'm prone to this kind of thing, I tend to do this. So if I'm going to be very honest with myself, I will not find myself in certain situations, compromising situations. So that's how I think. And self-awareness helps you to, set boundaries, to create healthy boundaries. So that's what I think.
Yeah, that's a good one. Next question says, what are some clear do's and don'ts when it comes to respecting boundaries and consent after a breakup? Some clear do's: you need to have self-awareness. Again, back to what she said, you need to be conscious of your emotions, you need to be conscious of your feelings and who you are, the things that you will not take. You need to let your actions speak louder than your words. Like, your actions should be more than your words, because you can tell some people I'm not interested in you, or if you've set your boundaries and you want to break up with somebody, they will still keep insisting, still keep pushing. You need to make sure that it's not just your words that is saying it, your actions are also telling them, please stay clear, I'm not doing this relationship again. So first of all, before you get to that point, if you don't know who you are and what you really want and why you feel like the relationship can no longer go on, if you don't know those certain things about you, then you will not be able to really, really, really set some boundaries, all of that. So that's a do for me. And then some don't. If you know that you're literally attached to this person, that is, you really, really like this person, but you know deep down that they're not good for you, you should not be sending mixed signals to the person. That's one don't for me. Don't send mixed signals and make them feel like, okay, I really still want you. And don't make them feel like, you don't know what you want, or you're confused about what you want.
That's right now.
Do you have something to say, Mr. Francis? Do you have something to add to this?
Well, yeah, I think you guys have actually said everything, which is basically setting boundaries and knowing yourself. Because it's very easy to say, especially when you like someone. If you like someone so much and you've broken up with a person, a part of you is deposited with them, and a part of them is in you. No matter how much you try to act detached. Of course, I'm not saying that there are not some people who have mastered detachment, but I think human beings at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So, if you deposited a part of you in that person, it means that you leaving that person very traumatizing.
Mm-hmm.
So, like Tony said, the healing phase is something you should not play with, because you are trying to live. They say, there's this statement, they say something like, if you spend 5 years bonding with someone, you need another 5 years to forget them. So imagine that path.
That's
very long. So in that stage, essentially, of course, let's even put a better context to it. If you're in a working space with this person, how do you forget them? So it means you have to manage your emotion, like self-awareness. Maybe this person goes to the office, what's it called, dining or kitchen at
you avoid those places.
Try to avoid. And what if the person is even audacious, comes to meet you and say, hey, maybe you're the one who's trying to break up, the person is like, hey, I'll rub you on my face very well. Or there are some who actually even rub their new relationship on your face. So I think we also need to show that it's not going to be an easy journey.
Yeah, it's not.
Especially when the breakup is something that was unfair or maybe cheating stuff happened. No matter how much you're trying to see people should hold on to their standards. Maybe you are living a cheating person. You must let people know that it's okay. It's just like it's not going to be easy, but it is better to leave than to betray. I mean, there's nothing as disastrous as having an STD. So, do you want to compare the heartbreak with or the STD or that heartbreak you're saving yourself another, damage? So that's one. Another thing again is we need to also allow ourselves have accountability partners in these kind of journeys.
Okay.
Accountability partners in the sense that we can encourage people to have friends who will keep them. And it's a friend that you be accountable, not the friend that I want to go and pick my charger, follow me, Charlie. When Shadi follows you to go and collect your charger, you're not telling Shadi, don't worry.
I can handle it.
Yeah. I can handle this one, Shadi. I think you have.
Don't set traps for yourself.
Don't set traps for yourself.
I
think we need to be honest.
Yeah.
It's not going to be easy, Sha.
It's not. No, it's especially when, like you said, especially when the breakup was unfair. It's going to be very, very dramatic. You're going to have many questions you want to ask. You're going to have questions like, why did this person not choose me? Why did they fight for me? Why did this happen? You're going to have a lot of questions in your heart, and you're going to feel like if there's anything you can do to just make
things better.
Yeah, to just make things work. You want to make stupid sacrifices.
Because that pain at that moment is so difficult
deep.
to go through. And the closest and easiest thing is going back.
That's the easiest thing actually than to deal with the pain.
All right, thank you very much, guys, for everything that you have said. They were actually interesting points. And I'm sure our listeners must have picked one or two. So I'm going to ask another question to Ms. Toyin. What are the potential risks of assuming naivety in either gender, and how can individuals actively educate themselves to prevent such situations? Let's talk about naivety in genders. How do we prevent it?
The potential risks that are related to playing naive, either as a man or as a woman, I mean that male or female, is that you put yourself in a lot of danger. You put yourself at the risk of bad things happening. You know, it's a beautiful thing to be innocent, and when people say ignorance is bliss, until you put yourself in a situation, you find yourself in a situation where like, wait, and I just came here, I didn't know where. So you wouldn't want to find yourself in a situation whereas everybody would be like, you should have known, and you are the only one that didn't know. So that's it. It's very, very risky to play naive or to be naive. So that's why, sir, like friends with benefits.
Expecting something good to come out from friends with benefits.
Yes, expecting something
that's
good to come out.
That's a very bad thing.
Yeah.
Because most girls, they do it. Somebody will tell you literally like,
but just
play.
Let's go with the flow.
I guess.
They're bad.
People say that good girls like bad guys.
Why is it's actually true. I think so. But the thing is, why is it though? The reason I think that is probably because women we just want somebody that can protect us. So we feel like those
guys are dangerous, but they can be bad for others and good for you.
Yeah.
You can. It's like a lion, but it's tamed for you.
Really?
The lion that can tear
oh my god, you people.
I don't subscribe, I beg. I'm not even like I'm against good girls for bad guys, because at the end of the day you have the risk.
Anyways, guys, when we're talking about naivety, like Tonya said, we also need to talk about education. Like, we need to be educated. These are things that most parents don't like talking about. Like, what do you teach your children? What do you teach them to learn, to be able to apply into their lives as they grow?
Exposure.
Yes. Yeah. What are you exposing them to? So education has a huge
role to play.
To avoid ignorance, avoid naivety, and to become more self-aware. And all of that.
All right. Yeah. Although we've drifted a lot. I mean, we've addressed everything that we feel like needs to be addressed right now. But back to the topic, we said navigating breakups and consent, do's and don'ts. So, in conclusion, what we are trying to say is that you should know yourself, be self-aware. I mean, don't play ignorant. You already know if you go to that guy's house, you already broke up with him. But if you go there, you still love him. Something will happen, so don't go. And especially if you really want to be detached from them, you don't want to have to go back again, then try to avoid everything that can make you, So be self-aware. set clear boundaries. And if you know that this person, or either the male or the female, will not respect your boundaries, then you have to go further, take a step further. If you have to place a restraining order on them, you may have to. So everything you need to do to make sure
For the
that
psychopaths.
because
Very true.
there are psychopaths. There are people that they don't take no for an answer.
You must do.
Yeah, you must do. You don't have a choice, so you have to marry me. People
And
like
I even think it's also important. I like what you're saying. I also think it's also important that we ourselves choose the right people. I know as much as we like bad boys and bad girls, when you break up with a bad girl or bad boy, what do you expect?
they will know how to go.
They will not let you go. In fact, some of them, as they're married, they'll be texting you and be like, I have this, come to my house. This, does your husband do well? Does your wife do
I know, my
better
God,
than I do?
what is that?
You are still having this. So I think when you
Yes, like you said, choose someone.
choose the right people, so that even when you're in your weak moments, somebody, okay, an ex sees you on the road driving, and he's driving, maybe, I don't know what happened, but you're still on the road, a typical Nollywood scene. And the ex says, okay, if he picks you, he should even be able to drop you. That's even if you're lying, pick you anyway. But we should surround ourselves with people that will come through for us, invulnerable, we will not take advantage. But how will you surround yourself if you don't need them? If you don't need the right people? People that will say, hey, madam or Oga, you're married, go home. Not, does your wife do it like I do it?
There's a lot of a lot of people that are out there that are charging on normal. Yeah.
Still wish she said that. I thought she wanted to say something else.
We hear it and we see it online all the time that maybe it's just four of us that are really in this country that are normal. Yeah, it's not just a joke, but it's the truth. The truth is many people out there, they're not sane, but they're just wearing clothes. You don't know. So imagine you giving somebody boundaries, like clear boundaries. I'm not gonna do this thing. Don't do this thing to me. I'm not that type of girl. I'm not that type of guy. And a lady you've already told, we are not in a relationship, don't touch me, don't do this. And she's still coming as a guy and she's still rubbing her hand, all those things. It's a sign that something is wrong. We have a system or a culture that encourages men being excessive and women or being, they actually want some things, but they come the subtle way. So the guys don't even know when the girl is saying no or yes. Because even if she says no, it may mean that deep down inside her heart of hearts, she actually wants to say yes. So if you keep on exactly,
hey.
So if you keep on chasing, he believes that you are just forming action.
So we need to correct those kind of stereotypes by living the right way, by validating the right behaviors.
Yeah, and like you said, you show your boundaries. Especially to people that will not respect it after you've told them. If I tell you once, you don't listen. Second time, maybe it's next time it is knife will remove. That's by the way anyway.
But I think you're right.
We have to show people.
Blocking.
Yes. Block
reporting,
and don't unblock. Don't block and unblock and think
I think once you block that person,
that's
the clear message.
The people that block you, so that if you go and say, okay, I don't want to be a bad person, and because you feel guilty, then you unblock them. What they did the first time, they'll still come back and do it.
That means you're a nice person, you'll finish last. Be good, but not be nice. Be good.
Nice people, they finish
good
last.
means that you don't allow people play your intelligence. Good
and
means
take advantage of
when you
you.
say yes, it is yes.
Yes.
When you say no,
my
it's
yes.
remember that song you
My
sing
yes.
And those ones that will never respect your boundaries, no matter what you tell them, that will still try to gaslight you. They will tell you, what is there now? I thought you are a child. Are you a child? They will start saying things that will make you feel emotionally wrong,
right,
and you feel like, oh, why? Maybe I should just please run away.
All right, thank you very much, guys, for coming to our podcast. If you have any questions for us, do leave it in the comment section. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share with members of the circle. Bye.